The Galactic Safety Council issued Directive 847 after the incident on Station Kepler-9. It was brief, direct, and born from 3 hours of chaos that resulted in 17 million credits in damages and one very embarrassed station administrator. Directive 847. Human Behavioral Warning Phrases. If a human crew member utters the phrase, "hold my beer," or any variation thereof, all non-human personnel should immediately evacuate to a minimum safe distance of 500 meters. What follows is not covered by standard insurance. The directive had seemed excessive when first issued. Then the incidents started being logged. Incident Log 1. Cargo Bay 7, Station Providence. Engineer Kim stood at the edge of the malfunctioning cargo lift, staring down the 30-meter shaft. The automated repair drones had failed. Protocol required a 4-hour shutdown for manual repair. "Can't be done faster," the Peltharian shift supervisor had declared. "The safety rails are damaged. No one can access the mechanism without proper scaffolding." Kim handed his drink to a nearby technician. "Hold my beer." He jumped. The Peltharian sensors nearly overloaded as the human grabbed an overhead pipe mid-fall, swung forward, caught a support beam with his legs, flipped downward, caught another beam, and landed perfectly on the lift's maintenance platform. He had the problem diagnosed and fixed in 12 minutes. "You could have died," the supervisor shrieked. Kim shrugged, climbing back up. "Nah, I used to do parkour in college. That was nothing." Incident Log 2. Engineering Deck, Vessel Aurora. The reactor coolant line was blocked. Pressure was building. Evacuation protocols initiated. Chief Engineer Martinez reviewed the schematic with the Zalofi reactor specialist. "We need to manually purge the line, but the access port is inside the contaminated zone," the specialist explained. "Radiation exposure would be fatal within 90 seconds. Martinez handed his flask to his assistant. "Hold my beer." He grabbed a maintenance suit, ignored every safety warning, sprinted into the hot zone, manually cranked the pressure valve, and sprinted back out. Total time, 73 seconds. Medical cleared him 2 days later. The radiation exposure was inadvisable but survivable. Inadvisable but survivable became his personal motto. Incident Log 3. Observation Deck, Station Nexus Prime. The Morvathian ambassador was describing his species' most dangerous sporting event, zero-G velocity racing, where competitors reach speeds of 40 kilometers per hour. "No human could withstand such extreme velocities," he boasted. Pilot Jackson handed her glass to a colleague. "Hold my beer." She proceeded to describe orbital skydiving, where humans jumped from spacecraft and fell through planetary atmospheres at speeds exceeding 1,500 kilometers per hour for fun, using only Faber parachutes to slow down. The ambassador required medical attention for stress-induced cardiac irregularities. Addendum to Directive 847. After extensive xenopsychology research, the Council determined that "hold my beer" is a human phrase indicating the following. The human has assessed a dangerous situation. The human has decided standard safety protocols are suggestions. The human is about to do something that violates physics, common sense, or both. The human genuinely believes this is a reasonable course of action. The human is probably correct, but you don't want to watch. Cultural note. Humans evolved on a planet where the environment constantly attempted to kill them. This created a species with an unusual relationship with risk assessment. What they consider calculated risk, most species consider suicide attempt. When a human says, "hold my beer," they're not asking you to hold their beverage. They're giving you advance warning to either take cover or start recording, depending on your personal risk tolerance. Enforcement. This directive is not optional. After the incident where Engineer Thompson said, "hold my beer," and proceeded to manually restart a plasma relay because the power was out and he was bored, Station Command takes these warnings seriously. If you hear these words from a human, evacuate immediately. What follows will either be brilliant, horrifying, or both. Usually both. Final warning. If a human says, "hold my beer" and watch this, station insurance is automatically voided. Evacuate faster.